Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, Wahoo!
50's the money. 50's the money. Man, I got you. Man.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. He sets the fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some...
Oh, wide open, complete. The 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do? To pick up the 1st down and change our momentum.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 21-yard line.
On that last run.
Coming for you, son. I'm
coming for you, son.
Look at me. Score. Score.
Tighten up.
Hurry, hurry. And
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now with the play clock about to expire. 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 90 Wolf. 5. Come.
You don't want it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Coming.
Ready.
On third down, Daniels. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 4. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Calais Campbell on the stop. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. This quarterback now already over 200 yards in this first quarter. And he's got another 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
General West.
Check. Crunch.
On the ball. Get it.
Now Saquon Barkley. Room here to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready for their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. These two teams all tied after 1.
Go now. 8 read. Check it up. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st down, Purdy. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down now, Barkley, a nice little juke, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Purdy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st down, Dolphins.
Come on, set. 18 Gators.
In your face.
Ready?
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Go. 15.
He's coming.
Go.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Purdy. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Frank Clark able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Ready up.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Hey, Delta.
Mark 55. Mark 55. I'm scared. SOS. 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 SOS.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
To throw on 2nd down. Purdy. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Miami.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there? Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete. He finds Sharp. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Gain of 24 yards. And the Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Check 4, check 4. Check 3.
Look, squeeze. Check go.
Now a give right side. It's Grant. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Open man right side is Shark. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch. This will be taken in at the 1.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, Barkley, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw on second down. Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Purdy gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line.
Bravo.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Back to throw. Purdy. And this one complete to Smith. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Kill.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Sam off.
Looking to throw. Daniels going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the gun, Daniels. And he's going to go down. They they get to him back at the 40. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Go. Move. Hey, orbit.
Hey, check right. Watching the 5. I'm coming.
Now.
Back to throw. Daniels. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Watch the slant. Shoot!
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Blue draw Corker. Go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's our time. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. Watch the run. They're running it. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Say, 6-6, pull it high. 5.
Here's Grant. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
X3, 218, chop that.
2nd and 9 now. Sharks got it, left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Off play action. Daniels going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, lock it.
Check 3. Let's go.
They will run with Grant. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Grant, 61 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Purdy fights loose. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Purdy. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Break. Recon, 132 fighter.
Here we go, D.
2nd and 13. Complete. Smith has it. A gain there of 21 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Purdy. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. From the gun on 3rd down. Purdy. It's caught. Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Got a man open. It's Ross. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Check 26. Let's go.
To throw from his end zone. Daniels. He's going to loft this one deep left. He's got a man. Complete. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Coaching spell.
This is Grant. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Daniels. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
2nd and 2. He's got Smith here. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
Go, 50, plant. 5.
Throwing on first down. Purdy. His throw caught at about the 5. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
80 weapons.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back to throw. Purdy. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throw left side complete. It's Ross. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Purdy. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bills 37. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Off play action. Daniels escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Corey Grant, 69 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, "Tackle him, get him." And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance.